About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. We've got Major League Baseball on a Tuesday night. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And today's starting pitcher, Dylan Dodd. What do we have on him?
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe two at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
Ready to go now, Liam Hicks now at the plate.
Number 34, Liam Hicks.
And with that, we're underway in Atlanta.
First pitch, 7:16.
0-1 now. Swing and a foul straight back.
Ball.
Stays alive. Got him swinging.
Batting second, first baseman.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. Not a whole lot going their way offensively the last few games, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, and that can put more pressure on the pitching staff to try to limit the opponent to just 1 or 2 runs a game, knowing that their offense is not scoring right now. And that never really works well because you try to be too fine and you end up giving up a lot of runs. So we'll see if everybody can just relax, bring things together, and perform at a level that they're capable of.
Foul ball. The 0-2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
On the ground to first. Olsen steps on the bag. Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first.
Shortstop, Otto Lopez.
2 outs, base is empty. And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez.
Ball inside.
Up the middle. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Batting fourth, second baseman, Xavier Edwards.
Swing and a drive. Deep left field. That one carrying. Out of here. A 2-run blast. And the Marlins jump out in front. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball, get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
Griffin Conant in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Dodd, 27 years old, and he was a third-round pick in 2021. On the ground to first.
Nope, that's
and
foul.
that's a foul ball.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
He goes down looking. Two-run shot for Miami this inning. It's now a 2-0 ball game. This is NL East baseball here on MLB The Show. Back here in Atlanta, starting on the mound in this one, Sandy Alcantara. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
That's in for a strike. And it's a strikeout for the Sandman, his second of the game. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. The home run, a big part of the equation when it comes to this offense, Siggy. They're one of the better clubs in the league in terms of putting runs up via the homer.
Yeah, that makes them even more dangerous because they're going to get their hits, but they're also going to get those home runs and have runners on base, which is multiple runs out of one swing. So, yeah, you really have to try to manage a team like this and keep them contained. You can't give up extra outs, whether that be via an error or a walk.
The 1-0. There's a swing and a drive. This one's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. Around second now, going for three. And he's got himself a triple.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
One down, runner at third. Matt Olson up to the plate.
Really bringing some thump at the plate lately. 3 homers already in this series.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Yo, 1. Right through there for a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
The 0-2. In the dirt, kicks away from the catcher. Runner stays put at third. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. One away with a runner at third. Oh, and this one gets away. No advance, though. Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. And they get the out.
Batting fourth, center fielder, Michael Harris II.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for them to stay down around the knees to be effective.
That's a base hit. Run scores.
Well, back within one as he brings home the run. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Tap foul at the plate. And that is downstairs. And it's 1-1.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Checks over to first. Back safely. And a foul ball. One, two now. Ripped to short. They get the force. That's the third out. But they pick up one run on the RBI single. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. All set for the start of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Owen Casey.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Didier Fuentes, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Swing and a miss. Up the middle, gloves it on the dive, throws from his knees.
He's in there.
But he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
Wow, he did everything he could on that play with the throw from his knee, but the hustle down the line was enough to earn him the infield knock, and that's a great baseball play all the way around.
In the air to left center. Takes it in for the out.
Batting eighth, third baseman, Javier Sanoja.
One out man at first. And up next for Miami, Javier Sanoja. Runner on the go. Swinging a foul straight back. Runner on the go again. Pitch misses. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, he had that base stolen as soon as he broke for second. Such a huge lead. The pitcher's got to find a way to help out his catcher, especially if he doesn't have a great throwing arm. Step off the rubber, shrink that lead, somehow create a little bit more time where maybe you can prevent that stolen base.
Come on, Dylan. Swing.
That's ball two.
One out and a runner at second here at the top of the second. That one fouled off. Pickoff moved to second. Casey back on a dive.
Here we go, Dylan.
Fouls that off to the left and will do it again.
Let's go, Dylan.
And it's second. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
There's a strike. Casey on at second with 2 down.
Come on, Dylan.
Ball.
The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Fouled off down the right side. Man on second, 2 down. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one way inside. The 2-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, needed a big strikeout to get out of danger. Turned to the deception of that changeup. Great execution. Really sold it with the arm speed. Had his opponent way out on that front foot.
Bottom half of inning number 2. Now in for the Braves, Mauricio Dubon.
That's a ball.
Chopped to the right side. Edwards fires over to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting 7th, right fielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
He was all over that one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
So here's Riley now. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. Man at first, one away.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Battling here as he fouls it away. And a 1-2. Goes down looking.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Number 74.
Outside, that's a ball.
Swing and a ground ball. Makes the sliding stop to first. And that's a great play for the out. Braves strand one. They're down 2-1.
Now pitching.
We're back to start the third, and there's a new arm on the mound. Didier Fuentes. He's been so good against lefties. Back to the top of the Miami order. Here's the center fielder, Liam Hicks. He led the game off with a strikeout, and looking to get on base in this plate appearance. Right through there for a strike. That one to first. Olsen takes it himself. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Up next for the Marlins, first baseman Kyle Stowers.
And that one hit to first. Olsen takes it to the bag. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
For the Marlins, shortstop Otto Lopez.
And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. To the right side, Albies tosses to first. Marlins set down in order. It's the Marlins 2 and the Braves 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Drake Baldwin. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball, that's just out.
This one in the air center field. Hicks gets under it. And there's one away.
Up next for the Braves, designated hitter Ronald Acuna Jr.
In an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Ball one. Ball two.
There's a line drive to left field. Hicks has a beat on it. Takes it in for the out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. He did not go around. That's inside.
Ball
and
two.
It's 2-0.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side or the fans better
Ball
look
three.
out in the stands.
I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Set down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Down in order go the Braves. And our score remains 2-1. Back in
Leading off
Atlanta,
for
Truist
Miami,
Park.
second
And now for the
baseman,
Marlins, Xavier Edwards. Nice curveball for a strike. Short the bunt and missed it, and it's 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Give it to him, Ray.
0-2 now.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
This one in the air, center field. Harris drifts towards it, and there's one down.
Up next for the Marlins, the designated hitter, Griffin Conine.
Hey! Ball.
Fuentes, a 6-foot righty, only 20 years old, and he's a native of Colombia. Strike two. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. And that's a 1-out single.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So digging in, Owen Casey.
Hey!
Now the 0-1. Foul ball there.
All right,
0-2 now. Now that's smacked to right center. And a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Up next for the
Nice
Marlins,
line drive to the pull
catcher,
side right
Joe
there, but he
Mack.
didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Ball that
Just
time.
missed.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Two on, 1 out. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Ground ball left side.
No, foul
and
ball.
Foul ball. The 1-2. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Javier Sanoja, the next up for the Marlins.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
At the ball.
Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A
Inside.
couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 2 outs. A little bit
Ball,
high.
that's too high.
Ball 3. Yuri Ruiz next to hit for the Marlins. Three-0 down. Outside
No,
ball 4. He walked them, and they are loaded. Challenge from behind the dish here. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. Now a pop-up on the infield. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it. And the Marlins leave all 3, but they still lead it 2-1. Bottom of the inning, so now to the plate for Atlanta. Michael Harris the second.
Harris the second.
That's a ball.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. And he chases that one below the zone. In the air, left field. 1 away.
Up next for the Braves, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Hey!
And the 0-2. Good job to fight that one off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. High fly ball down the left field line. Does it have enough? Hops
I'm out.
over the wall,
Ground rule
and
double.
that's an automatic double.
Put a drive into that ball, and he was rewarded for it for sure. He probably wondered a little bit if he got enough of it to clear the fence in the air, but I'm sure he's plenty happy jogging into second with the automatic double.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Check swing. He went. Strike 1. Runner edges away at second. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about,
That's
but
inside.
some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And a 1-2. That's a
ball
little
3.
bit low. Man at second. Out to short. Lopez. Slings to first in time.
Shortstops are expected to make tough plays look routine, and that's what he did right there. Just a great example of why he plays one of the most demanding positions on the field.
Outside low, ball one. And that drops in for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Man on second, 2 down. Out to short, Lopez. Slings to first, and the inning is over. One left for Atlanta, and they trail it here 2-1. Back at Truist Park. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Liam Hicks. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Inside ball.
On the ground, base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Marlins.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Hicks gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Backed off the plate that time. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
For the Marlins. Shortstop.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Well struck left field. Carrying well. And gone. A laser to left. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 5-1.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Didier Fuentes done for the night. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
New pitcher on now, James Karinchak.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
A little bit low.
Whoa, that's
Ball
down.
1.
You know, these Marlins really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
That misses. Ball 2. This one in the air right field.
Foul
And a
ball.
foul ball. Way upstairs. Ball 3. Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame. And we're at the top of the 5th. That one lifted to left. Dubon should have this one. And there's one away.
Up next for the Marlins, the designated hitter, Griffin Conine.
Griffin Conine, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 2. Swing and a bouncer, but
No,
it
that's a
kicks
foul
foul.
ball.
Karinchak, known as a guy with pretty lights out type stuff, racks up the strikeouts, but the command at times can elude him. The 0-1.
Ball 1.
Yeah, and a manager in a situation like this type of pitcher has to stay alert and ready. He's got to make sure he's watching from pitch to pitch, hitter to hitter, to quickly get another reliever up in the bullpen if he needs to bring someone in.
And that lack of command, that's usually one of the things that leads guys to be converted from starter to reliever.
Yeah, and it's such a short stint when you compare the 2 roles, starting and relieving. You hope that guy can find strike 1 right away when he comes in.
Right fielder, Owen Casey.
Aye.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Here's the catcher, Joe Mack.
Aye.
The 0-1. Fastball for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Got him. Out number 3. But the Marlins get 3 on the homer. It's now a 5-1 ball game. This is NL East baseball here on MLB The Show. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now in for the Braves, Austin Riley.
Austin Riley.
You know, these Braves, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success, but at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
Ball.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
On a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of the stick. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Drake Baldwin will hit next.
that's out.
I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
This one in the air right field.
That
And
ball's
that's a foul
foul.
ball. Man at second. In the dirt. Fires to second.
He's in there. He's
Almost
safe.
got him, but he scrambles back safely. Line drive. Base hit. Fires it to the plate. It's off the mark, and he scores. It's 5-2.
Oh, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
On the ground to the left, and it stays fair. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Throw into third, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
Up next for the Braves.
Matt Olson stepping to the plate in a big spot now.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed. Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
2 on, 1 out. Down the inside corner for a strike. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2. Now the second run is in, and now they trail by 1.
Big swing of the bat right there. Just clutch hitting to get him back within 1. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
That clips the corner. In the air, left side. Out, number 2.
Up next for the Braves, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. That's in there, and it's 0-1. Activity in the bullpen. Tyler Zuber, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. King getting loose as well. Tying run in scoring position. Last half of inning number 5.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
The 0-2. Right side, Edwards. Play made, that ends the inning. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now a 5-4 ball game. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moments so far. Stepping in,
Leading off
Javier
for the
Sanoja.
Marlins, third baseman, Javier Sanoja.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Next offer in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. It's softly on the ground to third, and that's just foul.
Here we go, James.
Popped in the air out towards left center. And there's one down.
Up next for the Marlins, left fielder, Uri Ruiz.
That two-seamer's heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Come on, James.
And a strike on the outside edge.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
One, two now. Swings here and blasts one left field. That's got a chance. Out of here. An absolute smash to left. And they boost their lead. It's 6-4. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the center fielder, Liam Hicks. One out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're in the top half of the sixth. The 2-0 is in for a strike. Hard ground ball, base knob. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Up next for the Marlins, first baseman, Kyle Showers.
The 0-1. And a swing and a miss there. Hicks, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Fouls it back with two strikes. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back look at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. James Karinchak won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for
So
the
a lefty
Braves,
out of the pen, Danny
number
Young.
81.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now, Otto Lopez. Certainly a factor in this one thanks to his 3-run blast back in the 5th.
Well, definitely one of the most impactful swings of the game. A big reason why they're working with the lead and looking to add to it right here, Booth.
Hey!
On the ground, right side. Dives, but it kicks off his glove.
No, he's
to
in there.
first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Up next for the Marlins, second baseman Xavier Edwards.
Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here, and it was a homer back in the 1st inning that got his day started at the plate.
Yeah, Booth, a 2-run blast, and that swing will give him confidence the rest of the way.
Oh, that pitch is out.
Activity in the bullpen. Dylan Lee, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Two on, 2 outs. And that is out of play. The 1-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here's a 1-2. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And it remains 2-2. Just
That's ball
misses with
3.
that one. Griffin Conine waits on deck for Miami. Comebacker to the mound. Throws to first in time. They limit the damage here. One for the Marlins on the solo shot. It's now a 6-4 ball game. This is NL East baseball here on MLB The Show. Well, we go bottom 6. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Mauricio Dubon. Hit on the ground to short. Lopez. On to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Braves, right fielder Mike Yastrzemski.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Cade Gibson appears to be getting loose. Peterson warming up as well. The Fish leading by 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Ball 1.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
Up next for the Braves, third baseman, Austin Riley.
Austin Riley at the plate, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Ball. That's inside. Aye.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Gets it there in time, though, and they do get the out. Braves go down quickly here. They trail it here 6-4. Back here in Atlanta, this offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
Let's go, Braves. Come on, Braves.
Down
That's
and
a
away
ball.
for ball 1. Young goes 6 feet 3 inches, 200 pounds, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2015. Oh, great stop. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Up next for the Marlins, right fielder, Owen Casey.
Left field, and it falls. And that's a 1-out single.
Up next for the Marlins,
Joe Mack digs in now.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Hey.
The 0-1.
Ball 1.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there.
Up next for the Marlins, third baseman, Javier Snoha.
And that's
Ball.
downstairs. And that is ball 1. Right through there for a strike. And on second, 2 down.
Nope. Outside.
And it's second. On the outside corner, got him looking. One left for Miami. They're up 6-4.
Now pitching for Miami.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Cade Gibson.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's
Leading
looking for
off the
better.
Braves,
Right
the
now, giving up more than a hit per
shortstop,
inning.
number 74.
Check swing called strike. That's strike 1.
Ball, that's upstairs.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Pretty close, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them. One now. And there's a foul ball.
That's a
Ball 2.
great take. Tried to get him to chase just outside the zone, but he wouldn't offer.
Here's a 2-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Out towards right center field. Grabs it on the run. One down.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Swings over the top of that one. The Marlins up by 2. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Hard hit right side. Stowers steps on the bag, got the out.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
Ball, that's inside.
Here we go now, Braves.
Ball, that's out.
That catches the top part of the zone, and the count is 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That's to third. He gets there with the slide. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. And the Braves go down quietly. And the score remains 6-4.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tyler Kinley hasn't pitched in the last 3 days.
Leading off for the Marlins, Left fielder, Uri Ruiz.
Clips the outside corner. Strike one. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Two. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That's too low.
That's low.
Full count now. Gets a piece and stays alive. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Close pitch there, but you've got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball one.
And now a little barking back towards the umpire. Clearly thought he got that outside corner on what was a pretty big pitch. Sometimes that only makes it worse for you moving forward, but it can also open up that location in the future if the umpire thinks there's a chance that he missed it.
Fastball for a strike at 95. Ruiz aboard here at first with nobody out. Runner takes off. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a ball and 2 strikes. Stays alive. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
These first 2 hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
And this one squirts away from the catcher. No advance, though. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. We'll see another payoff pitch. And he walked him. And he represents the tying run on base after that hard-fought walk. Now the number 2 hitter, Kyle Stowers.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go away and you've got to produce at the big league level.
late on that fastball.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
That's a ball.
On the ground to third. Over to Albies. To first. Double play. Nicely done.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Tyler Kinley gives way, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back.
Now pitching.
Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Dylan Lee.
Important job for him to do right now with that runner on third as they try to add on to their lead. Just needs one out to get out of it. So this is a huge matchup in this game right here.
And a ground ball to first. Takes it himself, and that's terrific work out of the bullpen. One pitch to end the frame. Marlins lead one. They still lead it, though, 6-4. Bottom of the eighth. Now in for the Braves, Matt Olson.
Matt Olson.
That misses.
That's outside.
And that's ball one. Catcher challenge. Will take another look. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. No challenges left for them now. This one smoked on its way out of here. Matt Olson goes deep. And just like that, they're within a run. This crowd has really come alive. This place is loud.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Cade Gibson departs, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
So the Marlins go with a new arm, Michael Peterson.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Ball.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. That one ripped. Down the line, and it's foul. The Fish trying to hold a one-run lead here the bottom half of the eighth inning. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Looking to get the tying run on base.
That's ball 2.
That one missing inside. Ozzie Albies next to bat for the Braves. And a payoff pitch. Popped in the air, left field, and there's one down.
Up next for the Braves, second baseman.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. 1 for 3.
Well, both sides equally as strong, so not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
That one a little bit high. Ball 1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Yeah, that's fouled off.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
1-2 now.
Ball 2.
In there, got him looking for the K.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Ball, that's down. Aye.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Two down, nobody on.
That's ball 2.
Got him. And that is that. So the Braves get one back on the solo. It's now 6-5. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show. We go to the ninth. Here's the second baseman, Xavier Edwards. Movement in the bullpen. Raisel Iglesias, the closer of the staff, is throwing. That one finds the zone. 0-2. Fights it off. You'll see another. The 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Aye.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth.
Ball.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Ground ball left side, and that's a fair ball. So a man aboard now with one away. Owen Casey, the next up for the Marlins. Now a blooper back behind short. Makes the catch for the second out.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Oh, one.
One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And that drops in for a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Got him looking. And that is that. It's the Marlins 6 and the Braves 5.
Now pitching for Miami.
We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Pete Fairbanks.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
In the air, left field. And
Time
an
out.
automatic
That ball
double
bounced
now
over.
as it hops the
Ground rule
wall and
double.
foul ground.
The automatic double kind of feels like enjoying cruise control in your car, Boog. You don't need to keep the pedal down as you cruise into second base. Just no worries in the world. You know what? He put a really good swing on that one.
Looks like we've got a substitution at second. Braves going with a pinch runner. Jorge Mateo looking for a little extra speed after that leadoff double. Breaking ball
that's it.
inside. And it's 1-0. That one
That's a ball.
missed. So the tying run at second. And that one clips the corner.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
One-run game, bottom 9. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Jim Jarvis next up for the Braves. That one close, rule the ball. And that's ball 1. Man at second. And
No, that's
downstairs. Here's a 2-0. And another ball.
That's a ball.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Drake Baldwin on deck for Atlanta. And he walked him. And now the winning run. is on base.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
Catcher, Drake Baldwin.
That
Ball,
one
that's
misses.
out.
That's 5 straight.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
2 on, 1 out. Swinging a foul out of play. The 1-1. And fouled off.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Hard ground ball for a base knock. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they've tied it in the bottom of the ninth.
Huge moment for him and his team, Boog. You know, some guys just grip it a bit too tight in a big spot like this, having a chance to tie it up in the bottom of the ninth. But he didn't let the moment get to him. Comes up with the RBI knock, and now he's giving his teammates a chance to walk this thing off with the win if they can push across another run.
Now pitching for
New
Miami.
pitcher for the Marlins,
Number
John
47,
King.
John
Should be a
King.
good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
And here comes Ronald Acuna Jr. in a huge spot. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. The flip. There's one.
That's an out.
To first, not
No,
in
he's safe.
time. Great effort there.
Well, that ball off the bat ticketed for the outfield and a base hit for the hitter, but just taken away by the diving stop. Nice job.
Looks like we've got a substitution at first. Coming on to pitch run for Atlanta, Eli White. Looking for some added speed out there in the late innings. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. King trying to send this to extra innings. Activity in the bullpen. Calvin Fauché up and loosening in the pen. The 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. This guy's got good power with one swing. He can win it for him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the third out, and we're headed to extras. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And we're all even now at 6 apiece. Dominic Smith now in the game as he comes in as a new right fielder.
Number 8, Dominic Smith.
Go ahead run on base. Javier Sanoja getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 in this one.
Look for him to hit behind the runner, perhaps shoot it to the right side.
Late on that fastball.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Spits the plate. No balls, 2 strikes.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Man at second. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Popped up. Albies moving under this one. And there's one down.
Up next for the Marlins, left fielder, Esteury Ruiz.
Inside, ball one. Swing and a miss. Next over in there for a strike. That's strike two.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
1-2 here. Just missed.
That's a really good take.
In the dirt, and it's 3-2. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Here in the top half of the 10th. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. And ball
Nope,
4,
that's
2
ball
aboard.
4.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
And up next for Miami, Liam Hicks. Outside low, ball 1. And another
that pitch is
ball.
out.
Two on, 1 out. And that's through there for a strike. Now 2-1.
Yeah, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
The 2-2 now. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Dylan Lee is done, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Raisel Iglesias.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Nope.
And that
Ball
one
1.
a little below the knees, and that's ball 1. Two on, 2 outs.
Oh, that's off the
outside.
plate.
And the count now 2-0. Next pitch is downstairs. Otto Lopez. would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Here's a 3-0. There's the strike. And that'll load the bases.
Oh, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Up next
And
for the
here
Marlins,
is Otto Lopez. He's already homered here in this one.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Strike 2. The Marlins with the go-ahead run at third. And here in extra innings. In the air out towards right center. And that's the third out.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
On to the bottom of the 10th. Leading off, Michael Harris the second.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
And that one fouled off. In the air, left field. And there's one down.
Up next for the Braves, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
That hits
Ball
the
one.
dirt. Ball 1. Winning run at second with one away. And we're in the last half of the 10th. Now that's smacked to right center. Dives, but it's off his glove. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out. So they hold the runner at third, wanting to play it safe. Think that comes back to bite him?
Boy, it's hard to say. That runner on second to start extras is critical. You want to make sure you don't waste him. If they don't score this inning, there'll be some second guessing for sure.
Now the left fielder, Mauricio Dubon. 0 for 4 with 3 groundouts and a strikeout. There's a strike. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Just missed.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
And a 2-1 on the way. That's
Ball
a little bit low.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
The 3-1. And that'll load the bases.
Well, interesting, he went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Ground ball left side, could be 2. Here's Edwards for 1. Double play, and we have more free baseball on the way.
These boys are ready to make a play with the bases loaded. Excellent job of execution there. You turn the double play, and the inning is over.
Back in Atlanta, Truist Park. We're in extras here. Xavier Edwards now at the plate.
Ball, that's out.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Here comes the throw. Not in time. He beat it, and they've got the lead.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Strike one. One on, nobody out, a run in. We are in the 11th.
Ball, that's outside.
Quick toss to first, and he's back in easily. Looking for the K.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Checks over to first, back safely. At the plate, Owen Casey.
That's a ball.
Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one. Looked like a strike to me, and here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Edwards at first, one gone. And he swings through that one. That misses. Ball one. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 1-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
There goes the runner. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Now for the Marlins. Catcher, Joe Mack.
Hey! Nope.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And that is that. So a run on one hit, no errors, and a man left. Last shot here as we go to the bottom of the 11th. It's the Marlins 7 and the Braves 6. This is NL East Baseball here on MLB The Show.
Now pitching for Miami.
Back here in extras, and a new pitcher on the mound in the bottom half of the inning, Tyler Zuber.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bat.
Here is Austin Riley. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, and he's grounded out. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Can't get to it, and this should score the run. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. The Fish trying to close out a one-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Hard hit left side. Sends it to first, and that is a big first out. Drake Baldwin next up for the Braves.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Way inside, gets away to third, safe with third, and a winning run is on the doorstep.
Well, he's got nobody to blame but himself. With one out, a runner on third can come home all sorts of ways now. That's why, as a pitcher, you have to execute pitches even better when there are runners on base.
Gets the strike. That was the sweeper. And he'll challenge that called strike. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Laser, base hit. In comes the winning run, and the Braves walk it off in the 11th.
Well, you come to the ballpark hoping you'll see something special that day, whether you're a player or a fan. A walk-off win, nobody forgets that. A memorable moment that'll be logged in the backs of the minds of everybody that witnessed this here today.
And a final 8-7. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi saying so long